The study of antimicrobial resistance, both in terms of understanding its prevalence within the environment and the ways to address it through regulatory means, has in recent years been one of the priority areas for the Natural Environment Research Council in the UK, otherwise known as NERC. An antimicrobial resistance funding scheme via NERC came about due to a collaborative international programme of work between the UK government and the Indian Department of Biotechnology, which falls under the Indian Ministry of Science and Technology. NERC have been in recent years keen to share knowledge and expertise between researchers in India and the UK who aim to solve environmental problems. NERC sought to fund up to 5 projects to research this challenge, with funds of around £1 million available for each project. The project team, of which I was a member, became aware of the NERC funding opportunity by the project leader through NERC's newsletter. The project leader knew how to prepare for this call. The pre-call made clear that one of the main funding criteria was for the project teams to be made up of academics from different disciplines, including the social sciences, which was why I had the opportunity to be involved as a social scientist. Meeting funders' requirements is key to securing the funding. The guidelines published by NERC covered areas that are now very common within most research councils. For example, that the research is original, impactful, innovative, and addresses a significant societal challenge. As is also the case with the contemporary funding environment, interdisciplinarity between social and natural scientists was a significant dimension of the funding scheme, and it was a key requirement by NERC. Demonstrating interdisciplinarity in the project application was paramount. The project team had to convey in the application how each discipline, in our case microbiology, public health, public policy and environmental chemistry, dovetail, and how this could be done at appropriate points in the project's duration and phasing. Each work package and management plan needed to show how this work would be done in practice. This required careful planning and good leadership and communication between the project team members. The fact that we were working collaboratively with colleagues who were environmental scientists at the Indian Institute of Technology in Bombay meant that we were able to co-create the funding application together. A further aspect that was key for securing the funding was to make explicit the routes for policy and regulatory impact, emphasising the need to convey knowledge of the stakeholder landscape in India. Linked to this, we knew that successful funding applications are those that are fully aware of the politics of the place that they are seeking to secure impact, in our case India. Our team had a strong track record in this area. We also had the experience of dealing with the problematic relationship between research dissemination efforts and actual policy change, and how this relationship is affected by specific political cultures. So overall, the lessons we want to pass on to researchers with less experience of managing international multidisciplinary research projects when obtaining funding and meeting funders' requirements include the following. Firstly, the importance of ensuring that the project team have the skills and experience to match the criteria in the funder's call. Secondly, the need to think carefully about how to convey the ways in which the project team's work will align with one another to deliver a project that will be truly interdisciplinary and impactful. Of course, it's very important to show how interdisciplinarity itself engenders impact. And above all, ensuring that the essential criteria published by the funder are addressed meticulously through this process.